Injective. Now, as if Injective wasn't doing enough great things, BlackRock are using Injective for their institutional funds. This is actually quite an interesting development. I've been bullish on Injective for a while. I want to take a look at where this can go, this bull cycle. Now, before I get into any of that, if you're new here, this spreadsheet just shows the first 26 coins that I did videos about on the channel. In the videos, I showed myself buying up these cryptos. These were coins I thought would do really well and make a lot of money. You can see what they're all worth when I recorded my videos. These are the highs. All these coins hit around about 16 months on, and these are what your profits would have been if you'd have put $100 into these coins. 100 into each in that time would have made you over 123 grand. Now, the thing is, guys, is you don't have 16 months to get your portfolio sorted. We're in a bull cycle right now. If you're not happy with the performance of your coins, you've probably got crap you've got to get rid of. You're not sure where to start? Have a look at my website, which is copymycrypto.com. If you go onto my site, you will be able to see some of the profits my members have made. This is public record. It's on the history of the channel. You watch the old videos, you can verify it. You can also see some of our past successes. Again, on the history of this channel, you can verify it. On the site, I share every single coin I own with my members. When I am ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell and the price that I'm going to do it at. This means my members get in and out of coins at the same price as me, so they make the same profit, but they don't have any work to do at all. If you go onto the site, watch the videos, read through everything, if you like what you see, if you're keen to learn the winners that I own right now, like in 2020 when I spoke about Phantom being the best investment of the year, if you want to find out the big winners of crypto, all you've got to do to find out is join up on the site, guys. Now, Injective. So a few bits and bobs have been happening. Injective has secured Deutsche Telekom as validator. Now, that's no small thing. Deutsche Telekom is valued at over $180 billion, and it's trying to enter into Web3 by being a validator on Injective. So this move reinforces Injective's institutional credibility while aligning with Deutsche Telekom with a growing ecosystem of blockchain networks. The company has previously operated validator nodes for Near, Chainlink, Aleph, Polygon, and Polkadot, among others. Deutsche Telekom operates in over 50 countries and services over 252 million mobile customers. They are an enormous company. So the fact that they have entered into Injective space shows the positivity that they view Injective with. And then to add to this, and as you can see, running a Bitcoin node, CeeLo, they're in a lot of the big boys. Then to add to this, BlackRock's institutional funds are going on chain via Injective. This is a huge step again. So where has it gone? So a blockchain built for institutional investment. That's the idea behind this. Injective is emerging as the go-to blockchain for institutional investment. Its high-performance infrastructure offers advanced decentralized order books, fast finality and low fees, real-world asset modules as well. And the fact that, again, you've then got the single biggest investor in the world using Injective is staggering. It's staggering. So again, a really strong sign moving forward. There is a partnership between Libra and Injective now as well, which enables institutional and accredited investors to seamlessly access the world's largest financial firms through blockchain tokenization. Again, Libra is obviously a big tech infrastructure platform. Injective has done some seriously impressive things. Backed by Binance, Pantera, Jump, Fireblocks, Galaxy, Brevin, Howard. And it is the blockchain that has been built for finance. That's how they define themselves. Perfect for institutions and developers. And yeah, I mean, overall, you've got custodians like BitGo, Fireblock, HexTrust, Copper.co as well. I mean, there's tons that's happened. Don't forget, Injective is the only blockchain that's built specifically for finance. Open, interoperable, layer 1 that powers the next generation of finance apps, including DeFi, real-world assets, AI, decentralized exchanges, prediction markets, lending protocols, and more. They have lightning-fast transactions and can sustain over 25,000 transactions per second, backed by people like Mark Cuban, Pantera, Jump Crypto, Binance. Absolute beast. Absolute beast. Contributors to Injective as well. So Eric Chen is the CEO and co-founder of Injective Labs. After working at a major hedge fund, he decided to drop out of college and founded Injective Labs with Albert Chon. The use cases are massive. So they have a few different ways that they can strengthen the price. So they have something called burn auctions. So they're especially unique since 60% of all fees collected from dApps are auctioned off every week via a buyback and burn mechanism. This in turn allows the supply to dramatically decrease over time. The Injective burn auction is unique in that it helps accrue value for the entire Injective ecosystem. Has the highest token burn ratio in the industry, although that may no longer be true. We've seen a number of burns over the course of time. To be fair, Luna and Terra Luna's probably burning a hell of a lot these days. Developer incentives are there as well. So 40% of fees generated by users on dApps built on Injective goes directly towards incentivizing new developers building on Injective. So they've got useful incentivization tools in place. They've got, a hell of an ecosystem that has been growing. The Injective Hub is the platform that brings staking, bridging, and more into one place. They've got iAssets as well, which is programmable real-world tokens. Real-world asset tokens are going to be a massive thing. They are going to be a massive thing. It's just when. But realistically, we are in a world right now. I mean, a great example of why why people start getting excited about real-world assets is actually synthetics. Synthetics isn't real-world assets; it's synthetic assets, right? But Tiki Tawari spoke about this in depth. I mean, he loves this coin. But what he was saying was basically it allows for anyone to trade the stock market all the time. It basically stops the stock market from leaving money on the table. That's the reality of where we're at with real-world assets. A lot of real-world assets, value isn't used to the best of its ability. Real-world asset tokenization allows you to start utilizing the value of your home, as an example, to earn yourself more money on top of whatever it's earning for you at the time. There are so many use cases for real-world assets, and in a time where capitalism is the strongest it's ever been, where you're talking about the rich getting richer, of course the rich are going to want to get real-world assets on the table in some way, shape, or form. They never want money off the table. Injective can be at the forefront of this. I could see Injective being the go-to platform for real-world assets. Now, so far this bull cycle, it's went up as high as 50-something bucks, $52.75. Obviously, it's had a pullback since then. I do think this is one that should be looking for a pretty substantial new all-time high. I think this is one that could easily hit triple figures. I really do. I think the fact that we're starting to see BlackRock's institutional funds being used via Injective, I think the fact that you start to see Deutsche Telekom using Injective, or at least validating Injective, I think we're going to see big companies coming in to use Injective to deal with Injective. And if they are going to do that, my God, that's a bounce every time. That's a news bounce. And yes, I'm not a huge fan of news-driven bounces, but they do work. And if you've got a domino effect of news-driven bounces, it can really move prices fast. This past week, we have seen most of the market basically being news-driven. We've seen very few chart patterns that should play out, and that's because news has been just constant all week. Friday, Crypto Summit, big news day. You've got, there's been tons. I think Injective can garner a lot of momentum with news-based stories. I think this can get to 100. I think there's actually a world it can get to 200, which puts it a markup of basically $20 billion. Yes, that's high, but if you've got institutional funds like BlackRock using your platform, if you've got investors, if you've got people like companies like Deutsche Telekom, which are worth 180 billion, validating it, they're seeing the value. So of course, BlackRock is seeing the value. The long-term view of Injective has got to be pretty damn positive right now for people. Can it hit 200? I mean, that's bloody hard. I think, again, I think enough news will take it to that kind of high. I think Injective can try and tackle the top 10. I don't think it necessarily breaks it into the top 10, but I think it can tackle it this year. But I'm curious to what people think about this. How high does anyone think Injective can go? Do you want to see institutions in crypto, by the way? Like that's an actual question that's worth asking, because everyone gets excited about institutions entering crypto. It's getting adopted. But do we want to see that? Do you want to see BlackRock owning tons of Bitcoin? Do you want to see the US government owning tons of Bitcoin? How do you feel about, the fact that probably is going to, these massive corporations or governments can start pricing you out of the market? Share your thoughts in the comments. And guys, we're in a bull cycle right now. If you're not happy with the performance of your coins, if they're not making you money, you probably have rubbish you've got to clear out. If you're not sure where to start, have a look at my website, which is copymycrypto.com. On the site, you will see the profits my members have made. This public record. You can see they are past successes as well. It's also a public record. If you go on the old videos on this channel, you can verify it all. On the site, I share every single coin I own with my members. When I'm ready to buy or sell a crypto, I tell my members the crypto that I'm going to buy or sell and the price that I'm going to do it at. So my members get in and out of coins at the same price, therefore make the same profit. But they don't have any work to do. If you want to find out the cryptos I'm in, the ones I think are going to be the winners this year, like I said with Phantom when no one else was talking about Phantom, all you got to do to find out about that is join up on the site. And if you do, I'll see you there. Otherwise, guys, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.